Hi, this is copywriter and consultant Casey Demchak, and guess what? Bonuses help sell books. That's what. This week I want to talk to you about, for your book marketing copy quick tip, I want to talk to you about ideas for bonuses that you can include on your website sales page for your book, because bonuses help sell books. Now, last week in my last tip, I talked about some copywriting strategies for writing good copy about your bonuses. This week, what I want to get into is some specific ideas for bonuses you can offer your readers based on the type of book that you've written. But first, I'm going to touch on just a couple of the strategies, kind of reiterate a little bit what I talked about last week, and I got my handy set of notes here. Cool bonuses can help sell books. If you've got on your website sales page some really good bonuses that you've included that people will get when they buy your book, it can really help motivate people to buy your book. So if you make really cool bonuses, people might think these are great bonuses and all I need to do to get the bonuses is to buy the books. And as I said last week, I've worked with a lot of authors who put a lot of time into developing really good bonuses, writing really good marketing copy about them, to where their sales page was really a lot about the bonuses, and of course about the book as well. But the way we set things up was to make the bonuses so enticing, it really motivated people to buy the book. Another strategy you can use, of course, is to have a limited time offer to receive the bonuses, which makes people act sooner to buy your book rather than later. Great way to do that if you're doing a launch day. Let's say you're doing a launch day where you want to sell a lot of books in one day on Amazon, and you're working with affiliate partners, and with the idea being to sell a lot of books in one day so that you can become a bestseller in your category. What you can do then on your sales page is have the bonuses only available for, say, 24 hours or 48 hours. And again, when there's a time limit on your bonuses, people are more apt to buy now instead of later. And even after your launch day, you can adjust your sales page every week or two so that you have some bonuses up there that are only available for a limited amount of time. Again, limited time offers motivate people to act sooner rather than later. Now, let's get into some specific ideas. I always get asked a lot by authors, Casey, bonuses sound great, but what kind of bonuses can I offer? Well, number one, get creative, think out of the box. I'm sure you can come up with some great ideas. Once you hear some of mine, that'll help you out. I'm going to use my little cheat sheet here. If you've created a self-development book, a self-help book, come up with something. If you've written a self-development book, you've got some core principles in that book that you're teaching people. Maybe you can summarize them on a pocket card, something this size, that people can keep in their back pocket, so they can pull it out and have daily reminders of some of the principles in your book. I know authors who've done that, and it works out real well for them. Maybe create some checklists. If your book is built around some core principles, have some of those core principles on a checklist. Or if it's built around actions you're teaching people to take, have those actions summarized in a handy checklist. That can be a PDF download that people can download when they purchase your book. If it's a self-development book, you might be able to come up with some daily reminders. Here's things or actions you want to take every day, or steps you want to take. Have those summarized in a PDF file that readers can download. Or maybe have interviews available. If you've written a self-development book and maybe you've interviewed some other market influencers or influential self-development pros, and you have some of their quotes peppered throughout your book. Well, if you do that, you probably somewhere have the audio file of the interview you did with that expert. So maybe make some of those interviews available as an audio file on the side. So, you might say in your marketing copy that, the book includes quotes from some top-notch people in the field in which you're writing. If you have the full interviews you did available on an audio file, make them available as bonuses. Now, if you've written a business book, the list of potential bonuses is pretty similar. Perhaps you can have some checklists. Most of the time a business book you're taking people through a series of steps and action items they could do. Summarize those items into a checklist, just make it into a PDF file that's really easy for readers to download. Memos, write some memos that give a summary of key topics in the book. A memo is a common business tool, and make those memos available as a PDF file. Templates, most business books offer some templates or specific action steps you can take, and or things that you can do in a business book. You might create some steps, kind of templatize those steps, and make them available as a PDF file that people can download. Again, if you've interviewed other market leaders for your book and have some of their quotes in your book, you probably have an audio file of the full interview you did. Make that available to readers as a bonus. Or maybe you can create a special report. Let's say you have a chapter on increasing revenues or something like that. Whatever your topic might be for a specific chapter. Maybe you can go more in depth on a particular topic, one of the central topics of your business book, and put all that information in an ebook that can be downloaded as a bonus by your readers. Now, if you've written a novel, I have a lot of novelists say to me, well, all that checklists and templates and all that, Casey, that sounds great for business books and everything, but I've written a novel. What kind of bonus can I provide for a novel? Well, I've got some ideas for that. Keep in mind, if you've written, let's say, a murder mystery, your readers, you're probably a fan, number one, of murder mysteries. That's why you wrote one. Your readers have probably read other murder mysteries. They're going to read yours, and they're going to read other ones as well. People who are into reading murder mysteries are probably fascinated with real-life murder mysteries. So maybe you can provide an ebook on the side of the 10 most famous murder mysteries in America. Something like that, where you have photos and interviews and summaries of what these murder mysteries are. Kind of think of your topic, whatever your fictional topic is, and think about how it applies to real life, and kind of bring in some real world, real life examples of that topic. For example, if you've written a scary book that takes place in a haunted house, well, your readers are probably fascinated with haunted houses, so you can maybe create a special report on the 10 most famous haunted houses in America, or maybe it's a hotel, a very famous haunted hotel, and you can interview the manager or something like that. So just kind of, again, bring real world examples into the world of your fictional story, and those could be really cool bonuses. I'm working on the copy right now, marketing copy for a military thriller. And the author, and it's a fictional book, but the author used to be in special operations. So he's going to have an ebook on some of his personal stories of being involved in real world special operations. He's going to interview some of the other warriors in which that he went through these battles with. So that's how he's bringing the real world into his fictional story. So those are some ideas you can use to create bonuses for your novel. Now, if you've written a memoir, maybe recently worked on marketing copy for a memoir that took place in Belgium, and the woman who wrote it, she was a little girl actually during World War II, and her memoir is about being a little kid in Nazi-occupied Belgium. Well, you can create some really cool bonuses around that. Maybe interview other people who also live there. Maybe have an ebook that really gives a detailed summary of the historical aspect of when this occupation took place, and give some more behind the scenes information about it. And again, interview other people who may have lived there. Interview some of the characters in your book. If they're real people who are still alive, maybe have some bonus interviews with them. So those are some good examples of the types of bonuses you can create for your book. And I've got some of these bonuses listed down below in the example. But again, get creative, think outside the box. There's always bonuses that you can come up with to help sell your book. Include them on your sales page for your book. Make them so enticing and so cool that people would be dying to get their hands on them, and the only way to get their hands on them is to buy your book. So I hope you found these tips helpful today. If you're on YouTube right now, why don't you pop on down and subscribe to my channel? I'd really appreciate it. And then hop on over to CaseyDemchak.com, which is newly redesigned. And on my website, I got a free ebook you can download, 7 must-know copywriting secrets that sell more books. If you're already on CaseyDemchak.com, scroll on down, leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. And until next week, this is Casey Demchak. Take a lot of action and make things happen.